Hi everybody, my name is Adam, and I'm here today to show you how to use the Easy Layers tool, now available in the Unity Asset Store. Easy Layers was built with the purpose of giving you a straightforward way to add, modify, or remove the layers in your project. It also includes custom functions that simplify the complicated bit masking tasks that we normally have to go through when we're using layer masking in our scripts. So let's get to it. The first thing I want to show you today is the new Easy Layers window. To open the Easy Layers window, you move up to the Window menu and click Easy Layers. Now you have a nice portable window that displays all of the layers in your project at any given time. At the top of your window here you see Unity's default layers. These can't be modified, but they will always show up in the window. If you're using Unity Free, you'll see these 4, and if you're using Pro, you'll actually have 8. Beneath that, the user layers are displayed as text fields. This is because you can easily add, modify, or remove them. I'll show you how it works. If we go into the Add New field and click, we can add any new layer we want straight from the Easy Layers window. I'm going to add the layer Purple. When I press Enter, you'll see that the layer is added to the Easy Layers window as well as the Tag Manager on the right side of my screen. Purple is a new layer that can now be used in your project. Let's say you want to modify the layer. Go ahead and select in the text field and change the name. It changes here and in the Tag Manager. It's still layer 12, but now it has a new name. If you want to remove the layer completely, all you have to do is select, delete, and press Enter. The layer is now removed from Easy Layers and the Tag Manager and is no longer available for use. Pretty simple, right? That's the Easy Layers window for you. Really simple. The best part about the Easy Layers window is that it's always available, unlike the Tag Manager. I really like docking it just underneath the inspector like this. Now I can always see the layers in my project, even if I want to take a look at the properties of other objects, such as this main camera. It's easily movable up and down, and you can put it wherever you want to in your project. Now I'm going to show you how easy it is to use the custom functions included in Easy Layers to create layer masks for use with raycasting and camera culling. The example scene I'm going to use is included in the Easy Layers package. To find it, all you have to do is open the Easy Layers folder and the example folder within it. Here you can see an example scene and some example scripts. It's important to note that this example won't work in an existing project. The layers in your project are not the same as the layers I'm using in my example, but after I show you how this all works, it should be really easy for you to modify it for use in your project. So let's take a look at the scene I have above. You can see that I have 5 differently colored blocks. The color of each block corresponds to the layer that the block is on. The red block is on the red layer, the blue block is on the blue layer, and so on. On my main camera, I already have the Easy Layers camera script attached. Currently, this script casts a ray from the camera directly forward into the game scene. The raycast is going to collide with everything it hits, and when it does hit something, we're going to see a red line from the camera to the point of impact. Here's how that looks right now. You can see that as I move the camera up and down, the raycast hits all of the blocks in the scene. We don't have a layer mask on the ray yet, so this is perfectly fine. But let's say that we wanted the ray to hit only the red blocks. To do this, we need to set up a layer mask for the red layer in our script. First, we need to go ahead and make sure that we declare the layer mask variable. Mine's called mask. Now we need to give our layer mask a value. Normally, to create a layer mask, you would have to use the confusing bit masking code that is default to Unity. However, with Easy Layers, all you need is one simple line of code in your start function. Mask equals easylayers.createMask. In the parentheses, we're going to pass in the name of the layer we want to create the mask with, in this case, red. We need to make sure to apply the mask to our raycast by adding it into the raycast call and saving our script. Now when we go back into the editor and play our scene, you can see that the raycast now hits only the red blocks in the scene. That's because they're on the red layer that we created the mask with. This is exactly what we want. But what if we wanted to hit both the red layer and the blue layer? It's really easy. All we have to do is go into our createMask function and add in the blue layer. You can add as many layers as you like into the create mask function. As long as they exist, the mask will be created with all of the layers you add. If we go back into our game scene and see the changes, you now see that the raycast hits both the blue and the red layers, but still not the green and yellow. Awesome. Now there might be some cases when you want the raycast to hit all layers except for one. Using the create mask function, you would have to include all of those layers that you want to hit in the function. But there's another easy layers function that allows you to do what you need without all of that hassle. It's called the mask all except function. I'm going to go ahead and comment this out, and I'm going to show you how to use the mask all except function. It works almost the exact same way as the create mask function. Mask equals easylayers.maskAllExcept. This time though, in the parentheses, you're going to put the layer that you don't want to hit. Let's say we want to hit every layer but the red layer. We're going to mask all except red. If we go back into our scene, we'll be able to see what happens now. You can see that the raycast hits all of the layers except for red. It will never hit the red layer because it is not included in the mask. Just like in the create mask function, you can exclude all of the layers you don't want in your mask. Let's say we wanted it to hit everything except for the red and the green. We play our scene again, and it should hit only the blue and yellow layers. There you have it. Easy as pie. There's also a little bit of extra functionality in these two functions. So far we've passed in the layer names to create our masks. But we can also pass in the layer numbers. Let's say we want to mask everything but the red and green layer, but we want to pass in the numbers instead. We're going to say easylayers.maskAllExcept 8 and 10. This will give us the same results as we had when masking using the layer names. As you can see, it still only hits the blue and the yellow layers. The create mask and mask all except functions are powerful tools in creating your layer masks without having to go through the complicated bit masking process. Last, I want to show you how you can use these easy layers functions to build a flexible camera calling mask. In my scene, I have a game object called Camera Trigger Zone. This object has on it a box collider to detect when the camera enters and exits a certain area. In my code over here, you can see that in the update function, I set my camera's culling mask to my layer mask every frame. Right now, the mask is set up to show only the red and blue layers. If I play the scene, you can see that it does show only the red and blue layers. On the Camera Trigger Zone object, I have attached the Easy Layers Trigger script. If you look at that script, you can see that when the camera enters the trigger zone, I use the easylayers.createMask function to create a new culling mask for the camera that shows the green and yellow layers. On trigger exit, I reset the mask to red and blue using the createMask function again. With a rigid body and a collider attached to my camera, I can detect when the camera is within the trigger zone. As I move the camera up and down in the scene, you can see that the culling mask changes based on whether or not the camera is within the collider. This can be really useful. For example, maybe you have a game level where you want to show the player different pieces of the environment at different heights. Easy Layers can help you do that with only a few lines of code. I hope that with this video I've been able to show you how helpful Easy Layers is in your Unity projects. With the Easy Layers window and the custom functions provided in your package, your development projects will become that much easier. Thank you so much for watching. I provided a link to Easy Layers on the Unity Asset Store here and in the comments below. I hope you like this package, and I hope that it makes managing layers just a little bit easier for you. If you have any comments or complaints about the package, I'd love to hear them. Please send me a message through the Unity Asset Store.